Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to the live show of the International Human Rights Commission. It's a live talk show with the women leaders to celebrate the International Women Day 2021 as a month and a March month of women. This is a very important day and month for us that where we are celebrating uh, the women resilience, encouragement, determination, and a power to change the world. And today, our guest is from Romania. She is a well-known celebrity. She is a symbol of women power, changing the stereotypes. She been finalist of the Miss Universe pageant in Romania, and she is a Miss Bikini uh, as well Miss Romania at this moment. Welcome, welcome, Miss Bianca, to the show. And here, the peoples are looking us alive at this moment around the world. And as you know, this is the Women Day celebrations, and March has been declared as a month of women. So we are trying that different from the different part of the world, the women who are doing some achievements, including the leaders and including the young generation leaders like you, to come and to say something which encourage the coming generation and the young generation of today to follow the path of their own dreams. Welcome to the show, and Miss Bianca, the floor is yours uh, for your words.
Thank you very much. It's such an honor to be here. Such an honor about talking about women in the month of our feminism of our species. It's amazing to be a female, and I'm proud of that. It's a great opportunity for me to talk about women and to express my opinion. It's a great opportunity to express my opinion about women and about gender equality because I don't think that men and women are the same and they should not dream about being equal. I really think that being born as a woman is the most amazing thing that could happen to me because I have the grace to give life, and that's amazing and magical, honestly. I don't know why, but humans are the only animals in this planet who thinks that being female makes you weak. There's out there no other animal thinking that being female is weak because honestly, a woman can run the world, can run a family in a pair of heels, and that's amazing. I don't think that's weak at all. There's nothing more powerful than being a woman, and there's out there so many powerful women, from businesswomen to mothers. The grace of give birth, it's is the greatest as being a woman. It's a chance. I don't know how to tell it. It's something magical. But one and each of these powerful women are scared right now to go out and walk alone. I think you know, and everybody knows what's happening in England right now. Everyone is talking about that. I post something on Instagram too. Violence against women, it's a real problem that people struggle right now nowadays. Oh, I think we see on TV and on social media and everywhere every single day women who are raped, who are beaten, who are even killed, and that's crazy because that's not normal. 50 years ago was normal to beat your woman, and now we live in 2021. That's not normal. Women are powerful, but are not that powerful, are not that strong to support that this kind of aggression, of physical and psychical aggression. And I think we have to teach boys and men how to treat a girl, how to be with a girl, how no means no, how a dress is not a yes. And I've told a few days ago some actress from America, Amber Rose. She was saying like something like this: if I'm butt naked with a man and his condom is on, and in that point I say, you know what, I changed my mind, I don't want to do this. Well, that means no. No matter how far I get, that means no. And if I'm dressed sexy in a club, that doesn't mean that I want something with you, or that I'm there just to you look at me in some way or another. I'm there to feel good and to stay with my friends. So I'm here to talk about more how to teach men to be with a woman than to teach women how to be, because I don't think that woman wants to be raped. I don't think there's out there a woman that wants to be beaten or hit by her husband. And husband don't understand that we don't belong to anyone. No one, we are not anyone's property. So we have the right to choose for our lives. So hitting me is not a choice. In Romania, we have a word to say. We have some sentences everyone is telling. You don't have to hit your woman, not even with a flower, and that's true. So let's talk more with men about woman and about what a woman means, because a woman is feminism, is elegance, it's respectable, it's not one is not needs to hit a woman because she's weak.
Okay, thank you very much for your a very bold statement, Miss Bianca. I have a few questions for you. Obviously, today the world is more dangerous. It's just because not like that 50 years back the women were more secure. The 50 years back there was some other circumstances. Today there are some other circumstances. Obviously, the men and boys should know how to respect a woman. This is a very much indeed correct. We have to tell when we are raising the boys, we have to say that boys should how to treat. I mean, in homes, how to treat the women. I mean, the sister, the mother, to
Yes,
niece,
of
to
course.
there are so many relationship in the life of a man or woman, and obviously that all relationship are very precious, and we have to start giving the lessons to our kids from the very beginning. And this is the word is I always say the power of education and knowledge. Today we have an education, but the one thing is missing is that we are not uh, treating our kids according to the ethics. We lost the ethics, basically ethics of life, civic ethics, life ethics, ethics of respect, ethics of love and dignity. We are losing that things out of our society at this moment. Before 50 years, these ethics was there, but the situation was different. Today, what is coming on a media, that is coming just because that the woman can talk as you can talk today. As you walk on the ramp, you can express yourself. And obviously, dress is nothing to do with all the brutality which is happening. As you said that England, the Sarah Davis was not a not wearing any kind of a dress, she will raped and murdered. So this is a very unfortunate of our society at this moment. Bianca, I have one question. Tell me about yourself. That how you've been raised, how been your family, how been your childhood, and how you came into the acting.
Well, honestly, I wasn't raised in Romania. My parents are Romanian, but I was raised in Spain. I grew up in Spain, and my parents most of the time were working. So the most important person of my life were the teachers, my friends' family, and well, honestly, my family wasn't there, and my family wasn't there to say to me some ethics or what to do or to not. Were just my parents, my teachers. Sorry, my teachers, and I think I'm kind of different from Romanian people because I grew up with different ethics than Romanian people. Honestly, in Romania it's kind of normal to hit your wife, and if you go to the police and say, well, my boyfriend or my husband hit me, they are like, oh, it's okay, just broke up with him. And if he's chasing me, if he's coming after me, what I'm gonna do? Well, no problem. They are like, no problem, he's gonna stop some way or another. No one is doing nothing until a woman is killed. When a woman is killed, everyone's like, well, where was the police in that moment? And the police wasn't there because they were like, it's normal here. So you must do something. This is the worst thing that they are saying. You must done something. He has a reason to hit you. Well, this is not the reason to hit a woman. No matter what happened, there's not reason to hit some woman. So I'm proud that I didn't been raised by some Romanian classical and traditional parents. That I was raised by Spanish people, the parents of my best friend. I'm so grateful that they were in my life and they were there just saying to me how to be and how to be not, saying to me that, well, you must be such a lady no matter what happens, no matter where you go, you're gonna have to be a lady. And I'm really proud of that. Even if my parents are some traditional Romanian parents, they were like every time saying, what's the world gonna say if you dropped off high school, if you are not going to university, what the world is gonna say? Well, I don't care what the world is gonna say. I'm doing my life in my own way, and I'm gonna do what I really love.
Uh, Very interesting. So it means that you are letting us know that the Romanian society are it's just a kind of a traditional. Most of them traditional. I hope there is a very as I know the Romanians are very lovely people and they are very friendly. They are very lively people as far as I know. But obviously, the treatment with the women's are a little bit different in every country. And as you mentioned that we need to change the society in every country. It's not a matter of Romania. In my country, in your country, in 196 countries, if we would look at the 196 countries, there is always some problems. And obviously, the problem is caused by the traditions, the old fashioned tradition as well. It is, may I ask you, what is your greatest strength?
What? I didn't understand.
What is your greatest strength in your life? I mean, strength.
My greatest friend. Well, this is gonna sound emotional, honestly, but I think the only friend that stays with me from the beginning of my life until the rest of my life is me. I'm the most important
Hmm.
person of my life. I'm my greatest friend. There's not even my mother or my brother or some friends is gonna be around me or with me every time. So I think your own person it's your greatest friend. There's no one more important than you.
Good. And what you consider to be your weaknesses? What are your weaknesses? And what are your weaknesses and how you overcome on the weaknesses?
Well, I'm too sensitive sometimes. I'm well too sensitive sometimes, and I'm trying to pretend that I'm strong and no one can hurt me and everything. Well, actually, it's not like that. Everyone can hurt me so easily, and my biggest weak is my brother. If anyone is gonna say something about my brother, I'm starting to cry and things like that. It's like my son, but before my brother is my sensitivity. I'm too sensible sometimes, and I love too much people around me who doesn't deserve my love. I trust people when I'm not gonna. It's not okay to trust them, but I trust them.
And how you come on your overcome on your weaknesses. I mean, how you control and
I
how
can
you
control
resolve
them.
your weaknesses. I mean, because
I just can't control them.
you are a young, you are a young woman. So I want that the young women's out there, those who are looking us at these talks, they should know that how a young woman can control and overcome the weaknesses. I mean, everybody have the weaknesses and everybody have the tactics to overcome. So how you overcome on your weaknesses?
Well, I think having some weaknesses is something cool because this makes us human. If we didn't have weaknesses, we were like robots or something, or aliens. So I'm proud to be so sensitive sometimes, and I don't think it's such a bad thing. I truly think that someday someone is gonna appreciate who I am and gonna appreciate how I am. Having weaknesses, it's normal, but loving your weaknesses, it's not so normal. People usually doesn't love their weaknesses, and they should because they are their special behavior in that point when they are weak. They are special. This is what makes us special and different, and
I
being
have
different
one.
is great.
I have one more question. In your career, I mean, in your career, what you face the challenges, conflicts in your career, and how you deal it. I mean, being as a young woman in any career, so how you deal the situation, challenges, conflicts into your career, and how you deal, how you overcome. Again, overcome. I mean, resolving. I mean, there are challenges, conflicts, uh, but how you tackle them and what were the challenges you face it.
Well, being a model, it's something superficial. Everyone, it's thinking that being a miss and a model, it's something so easily, and everyone could do that. When actually, it's not like that. Um, the girls who are winning some beauty pageants are beautiful, intelligent, and successful women for sure. Not only beautiful, they are so intelligent. And I think the problem that I've had in this industry was that I went to some new casting. I didn't knew the company or the agency. I didn't knew them who they were, and they proposed me to do something intimate with them just to win the pageant, and I've refused that and not signed any contract with them because it's not normal. And in this industry is so often this problem it's so often seen because there were so many guys, so many men in this industry, and they think if we gonna find a beautiful girl and that girl is gonna say okay, I'm gonna sleep with you just to win the pageant, they feel like men when they are just like animals. And that girl, well, actually that woman is not a woman, it's just like toy, because if she wants to sleep with some guy just for a title who can win without sleeping with him, that's not okay.
I have one question on it that obviously there are many men into this industry, industry and media industry, those who are intimidating the women's in a wrong way, girls especially, because every girl having a dream to be a successful, and yes, they should be successful, but the shortcuts is always there, and the people, those who are doing this business, they always use the women on a wrong way. So what you suggest to the girls is that how they fight it, how they refuse it, how, and if I am not wrong, in France there is a one actress and model. She was a very much intellectual and fighting for this trait. I mean, into the modeling industry, and she was a very passionate woman with that to fighting against this as the sexuality and into the wrongdoing in the modeling. So, what you will suggest to the other girls? I mean, your word should be very strong for the other girls so that they should know how to protect themselves.
Yes, because in the backstages, there's no one. You are just you with the other girls, and the other girls they are like they are the competition. They doesn't want to you to be okay or to feel good. And honestly, you have to be your own bodyguard, I think, because being no one there and coming some powerful strong man asking you, you should thank you, actually, you should sleep with me to get some jobs or some shootings. You should just say no. This is what I suggest, just say no. I prefer to work hard to get these jobs and those catwalks than sleeping with you. And if they gonna kick you out from the agency, well, I've had the same situation in my first agency, and I start over. There's not a shame to start over again and again and again until you find a good agency and good people who really believe in your dream, who really believe in your talent.
Uh, yes, it's a good advice. Uh, what do you do out of your professional life? I mean, what's your hobbies? I mean, being as an woman, being as a girl, obviously you are advocating the women and girls to be protected in your industry, but there is some corner. I mean, everybody have the personal corner. What do you do out of your working time when you are free? What you do?
Well, when I'm free, I like to read. I like to watch movies, And well, this is my different passion, different hobby. I love to go with some car or ATV in the forest to off road.
Okay. And what motivates you to be a wise of woman?
What?
What motivates you to be a wise of a woman?
Well, I really met so many great, amazing women, respectable, feminine, and elegant. I think this is the main principal things that a woman should have: be elegant, feminine, and respectable. And I'm proud of them. I'm proud that they're still existing this kind of woman. So my main principal motivation is teaching the young girls that going out in clubs with short dresses and short skirts and having fun with some guys that they are not knowing. Well, that's not fun, but dressing and being respectable and saying um teaching them to say no, to refuse a man when they're not wanting a man, and that's my main principle. The young generation that who doesn't know what a truly woman, respectable and feminine means.
Bianca, uh, there is two, three things in every life. Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
I like this question. Actually, I love this question. Well, that means that I'm gonna have 33. That's so many.
Yes.
Well, actually, for sure, it's gonna be the end of my career as a model because you can do this beauty pageant and modeling things until 28. So for sure, I'm gonna see myself in 10 years with at least 3 kids, at least a family, and running a business for sure. That's my biggest dream: having a family and running a business at the same time, because woman can do both.
Well, this is the women's strength. Women can do anything because the women are changing the world. Uh, Obviously, that in 10 years you will be hold your business and you will be establish your family, make your family. And I'm asking you one question. In the beauty pageants, there is a one discrimination. They always ask a woman, the girls, a certain age and the with the condition they should not be having a child. So do you think it is a human rights violation?
Well, honestly, I think beauty pageants nowadays they are different how they were. I don't know, 50 years ago. There's such a difference. I've saw some plus size models, plus size girls that they are in beauty pageants. I think there's nothing wrong between human rights and beauty pageants, because they are promoting healthy, intelligent woman. They are not promoting unhealthy woman. They are not promoting something wrong. They are promoting and looking for a beautiful, intelligent, respectable woman. It's not. I don't think it's something wrong. If they're gonna something wrong, I wasn't be here. But in Romania, I saw that they in those 4 days, for 4 days from the beauty pageant, from the final.
No, I am not.
Um,
My question is different.
are you hearing?
Bianca, my question was little different. I said that I asked that there is a one human rights discrimination. Discrimination. You are hearing me?
Yes.
There is a one discrimination. The women, the pageant. Okay, the age limit is okay, but in age limit, the girl can be a single mother, single parent, and why don't they are allowing the girl who is a single parent to be a part of pageant? Because this is a discrimination. What do you think? It is not a human rights violation when they said that you should be unmarried, you should be having no kid, then you can participate. So this
Well,
is the human rights violation. Do you consider this it is a human rights violation or not?
if a woman is a single parent, you're saying no?
Yeah.
Okay. The answer
The
is
single
very
parents,
the answer
the
is
girl
very,
who is
very
having an
simple. The answer is very, very, very simple. The beauty pageants, the most of them, they are called Miss Universe, Miss World. When you have a child or you are married, you are not a Miss anymore. You are a Mrs. And they are beauty pageants, not known like this, like Miss Universe or Miss World, but they are small beauty pageants for Misses, for women who are married,
no
who have kids,
you
and
enter, if I am not wrong, until the girl is not getting married and not having a marriage certificate, she is
yes,
not becoming a missus. She is
yes,
still
but
miss, but
this is how
she
they
is a
are
single
thinking.
parent.
This is how they
But
are thinking that she's a
there
mother,
are
so
so
she'll
many
be
whys.
married.
There are so many vices on it also, that they should allow those girls who are not married but having kids, because it is a choice. I mean, the
Yes.
Me Too organization movement, and then the Black Lives Matter. I mean, there is a slogans, and every movement run on a slogans. So another question: if you are given a chance to be uh, a president of Romania, what you would like to change for women?
For women, for sure, the laws for a woman, for hitting a woman, for I don't know, talking bad with her or to her would be more strict, and I will make the police do something when someone is hitting a woman. That's for sure the biggest problem in Romania. Women they are hit and beaten and raped by their husbands or their boyfriends, and police say, it's okay. She must have done something to have this treatment, and this is the main principal thing that I would do.
Why the Romania is not following the European Convention for violence against the women? I mean, the Europe has adopted the European Convention, and Romania is one of the signatory of that convention, violence against women, to end violence against women. So, what do you think that EU should do to protect the women's violence, domestic violence, and violence against women in Romania? What the EU should do? What is your advice to the European Union to do in Romania to protect the women against violence?
Give them for sure is gonna be give them the courage to talk about what's happening, because most of the women from Romania who are beaten, raped, and and hit by their men. They are not talking because they are afraid about what could happen. The police is not gonna do anything, and something like that. Well, I would like to give them the courage to talk and to ask for help, because this is not normal. They are living, that's their normality. And in the normal world, hit your woman, it's not okay. But for them, it's okay. They are saying, okay, the police is not gonna say anything, so I'm gonna stay quiet.
What is your, what you suggest that the women of your country should do for a campaign to protect the women? I mean, obviously, it is a Women Month, and we have to raise the question of women. Obviously, we should not celebrate a one day for the women, the 365 days for the women. If the men will celebrate 365 days for a woman, the women violence will be end. So I want to add your voice that how you feel it if the Romanian women are achieving the power structure, in a power structure to come into the power, and rather than go into the media, why not they are coming into the power sector? I mean in the politics, into the local administrations, into the diplomacy, so that they can change the laws and the situation. What is your opinion?
Well, I'm sure that the most of the women, they are thinking, I'm not gonna change anything. So I'm alone. I'm not gonna change anything. I don't know how many women are out there feeling the same thing. So they prefer to stay quiet and not say anything. But if all the woman is gonna go out and say, my husband beat me, and the other, my husband used to hit me every day because he came drunk from work or something. Well, actually, in that point, Romania would change something. Until then, Romania is not gonna change anything because they are not knowing about the true real cases.
What is your what you suggest to the women about the education? Because education is a tool in a women empowerment. So
For sure,
uh,
yes.
so when the women getting the education, they are getting the power. So what what you will ask the your young generation people, your fellow peoples, that what they do?
Well, actually, a book. I think a book is like the no, it's not like it's the most stronger weapon in the whole world. And reading a book is like being more powerful from every page that you are reading. Intelligence, it's sexy. Intelligence, it's so sexy. It's the sexiest thing. And I would like to tell them that being intelligent is great. I don't know, doing drugs is not great, because that's not gonna help you in your life. Intelligence and education and doing something, university, high school, they're essential for your life. So make a dream and go against that dream, because that's amazing to have a dream and to work for what you want.
Good. Bianca, there is, the young peoples across the world are marching for the climate change.
For
They
what?
are fighting, resisting for the climate change,
Yeah.
environment. And who is leading that campaign? A girl, a small girl. Uh, what do you think about the climate change, and how? the climate change, everybody can give their own contribution to protect the environment. And what is your what you think that your role can be in next few years to talk about or to advocate about the climate change?
Well, actually, when I was for the first time talking about the climate change, I was in fifth grade. So that means 15 years ago. 15 years ago, I was talking about climate change in Spain, and they were talking like to us, saying not use the car so much and taking care of the planet and things like that. And no one was talking about this in social media, in the newspapers, in the TV. Now everyone is talking about this because they woke up when it's kind of too late to do something. Actually, I would like to make a wake up call for the people to not throw up the garbage outside everywhere, to take care of the planet, because if we are looking back a few years ago, they were winter was winter, summer was summer. Now we are in 25 or of March, and in Romania was snowing. So that's not normal. This must be the biggest wake up call for the society to change something and to take more care about the planet.
You know, there is always a contribution. Being as a citizen, uh, the climate is affecting the whole world, not only one country. Everywhere there are disasters, thunderstorms, tornadoes, I mean tsunamis and floods. And there are a problem even if you have a news that in Australia, in the Wales, I mean there was a very worst flooding, and the people are affected. Uh, Sometime there are fires in a jungle,
Yes,
out of no way, but
yes,
because of the changing of the weather. Obviously, when you was so young, you have started this, but on that time, media was not too much involved in it. Today, media is too much involved, especially the social media is too much involved.
yes.
Uh, how do you think that what is the responsibility of every individual? Because we are saying that the government is do something, the government do, but it is not the government only to do. What we have to do for the climate, to protect our climate and our environment.
Well, I have a tradition to say like this with my friends in my hometown. Every year we go to in some place to put some trees and to plant some trees, and this is what we are doing every year. So I would like to say and to believe, truly believe, that I'm not the only one who's doing this, that this is how you should protect, to plant trees, to not throw the garbage outside just because this is how you want, and to use more the bus or the train. There are so many. I think this pandemic, this coronavirus, helped us and helped the planet for a few months to clean up and to be a better version, because I think I like to think that the planet was mad on us, and she put us in our houses to stay home.
Well, the pandemic is in a very difficult situation. You know, it is the whole world's become virtual than the in person. I mean, everything, every society, every country, especially because this pandemic is hitting the poorest countries, the people of the poorest countries, and its livelihood is very difficult at this moment for the people, and
Yes, for
it is
sure.
our effort that the government should do something to protect the people's livelihoods. Uh, okay, Bianca, let me ask you one very typical and important question. How important you feel the role of a woman as a decision or peacemaker?
Of what?
How important you feel the role of a woman as a decision maker or peacemaker? So, your words now.
Well, I think woman. This is a hard one. I think a women are great making decisions because women have an intuition, and they know what's gonna happen before that thing happen. So the role of a woman in a decision maker or as a decision maker, it's I think it's the most important because I don't think a man could take some decisions as woman, and on the other hand, I think that men can make decisions that women can make. So it's um, it's kind of there, but women are better on decisions.
Good. I mean, I followed that. Yes, of course, the women are very good decision makers. Uh, Tell me that what is the difference in front of you if I will ask you the very simple question that you know the Sanna Marin, Prime Minister of Finland,
It's know what?
the the Finland Prime Minister Sanna Marin,
Okay,
and the New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern.
okay.
Compare between both of them. So what is Jacinda Ardern and Sanna Marin? Both are the young. I mean, the Sanna Marin is the world youngest prime minister. I mean, the 35, 34 years old prime minister of any country. And if you read about them, so what do you think that what is the more accomplishment for the girls? I mean, Sana Morain and Jacinda Ardern is representing you people. I mean, the young people,
Yes, of
and
course.
they are the successful women come out in this pandemic. So, what you describe that uh, what is the strength behind them? Who is the strength behind them?
Well, actually, I think that every country needs some prime minister or some people, young people, to represent them because young people and the new generation is the change of the world. All people must state that it's not like that. So I'm with the young one.
This is yes, you are a young one, and the people of Romania should select you as an elect you as a prime minister, so that you can wipe up the all inequalities over there. Okay, now we are moving towards our last question. What is your message for the young girls? Your message should be more louder and strong. So now it's the last question. What is your message? What you want to give a message to the young girls out there in the world?
Well, I would told them that it's amazing to be a woman. That is, it's a bless. Don't believe in gender equality because women and men are not equal, and that's what makes us amazing and what makes us unique and special. I would say to girls, to young girls, to take care of them, to not believe what people say, and to work hard and harder every day, harder for their dreams, because having a dream is the most amazing thing, because you have a reason to fight in this life. So no matter what people say, fight for it, because you can do it. If you believe that you can do it, you will do it. So this is what I'm gonna say for the girls.
Bianca, Elena, Miss Bikini 2020 of Romania, Miss Universal, Miss Universe, uh, finalist of the Republic of Romania. You are a leader of the young generation, example for the young generation.
Thank you very
And
much.
obviously, the pupils today are hearing you. Uh, I wish that people should know the strength of a woman and a girl, which is most important. And the girl should know their worth. In every field of a life, men can be cruel and men can be very sympathetic. But to end the cruelty, the women and girls must be strong, characterized. They should know that they are strong and nobody can use it against their will and wish. They should struggle, and today is a time to use the words no. And when
Yes.
you say no, that is the
No means
power of
no.
women. And when you say yes, that should be a power of women also. That when you say yes, that will be also a power of women. And when you say no, that will be a power of more women in the world to negativity. And I will also ask every woman, especially, to teach your voice how to respect the other from the home. And I will say to every man to be a role model for your voice, how to respect the women at home and out. So, with these words, Bianca, on behalf of the International Human Rights Commission, I am declaring you a goodwill ambassador for women empowerment of the International Human Rights Commission. The
Thank you very much.
certificate of your appointment will be shortly coming to you by mail and by the postal mail on both. And whenever this pandemic will be end, we will be having a conference, and we will call you in that conference to to speak to the leaders of the young generation across the world. And
Thank you very much.
I wish that you will continue to fight to protect the girls in Romania and elsewhere, because it is most important. We have to protect our girls and we have to be wise for our girls. We want that the girl should be out of a home and to be protected. We should not face this cruelty that the one girl is now out and she been kidnapped, raped, or murdered,
Yes.
abused,
They should keep their
harassed.
head up and not be scared to going out and to say louder, well, I'm a woman and I'm out on the street. That must not be a problem.
this is what I'm saying, that this is our responsibility. If we want to make this world more prosperous, more brighter, we have to be hand to hand, men and women both. The men, obviously, man is also a father of any girl,
For
husband of
sure,
any
yes,
husband, husband of any woman, son of any mother, and it should be the man to protect. Now it is a time that we should end, and those leaders who are protecting this outrage laws, they should be punished to out of the politics, out of the power, and they
for
should
sure.
be and exemplary. The Prime Minister of just Sandra Ardern, Prime Minister Sana Morin, Angela Merkel, they are the examples, exemplary leaders, and a light of hope for the rest of the world. Uh, Thank you very much, Bianca,
I
by
thank
this
you. It's an honor. Thank
and
you.
my best wishes are with you always, and we are not ending on this program. We will be remain in future. We will be in touch, and we will be work for our women and for their empowerment and for their rise. And stay tuned always. God bless you. God bless the people of Romania, and thank you
Thank you
very
very
much.
much.
Thank you very much, ladies and
Kisses from
gentlemen.
Romania.
Yes, please
Kisses
repeat
from
again.
Romania.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, by this note, I'm going to end this live talk show with Miss Bianca Elena, a wonderful woman and wonderful girl of Romania. She has an express her deep concern over the pageantry issues, over the girls are missing into the practical life. Uh, it is a way of commitment for us. Let us to commit that we have to save our women's, our girls from violence, sexual harassment, domestic violence, and the crime against women. Let us to empower our women. Let us to empower our girls with education, knowledge, technology, innovation. Happy International Women's Day 2020, a month of women, March, a month of pink power in the world. God bless you all, and we will meet you soon. And thank you very much, Elena. Goodbye, and God bless you.